The Ravens lose to a team they have no business losing to. The Cleveland Browns were one of 6 until they played the Ravens. That's a losing record. Hey, whatever is happening in the world of sports is, man, listen, I need to go to Venda and Yamben Abafasi Van Tuse, Raiders to Ron and the Thumbs in the pass because it doesn't make sense the weekend I've had, bro. Yo, man, yo. Yo, I'm so upset, dog. Deshaun Watson, who's watched, and thank God his ankle is cooked. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying thank God his ankle is cooked because the man is injured, but because he's off the field. Because Jason Tatum is pissed. Steve Kerr, Ndori Wua, thank you. You benched Tatum in the Olympics and now the whole damn league has to suffer and pay for it. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good? What's good? I Talk Sports. The name is Mukundi. How you doing? Are you fine? Are you well? NJ, how are you?
I'm fantastic, man.
You're
Chelsea
fantastic.
1-2-1.
Good to know.
4th on the log, baby.
Good to know. Your team won something.
Yeah, we did.
Good.
2 games in 1 week. Isn't that nice? Winning every team. Win 2 games in 1 week.
Are you well? Are you fine? You can just tell me down there. Mukundi, I'm fine. I'm well, thank you. You do not look okay. Thank you for noticing. I am not. I'm not okay. What's there to be happy about? Allow me to tell you how my weekend has been sports-wise. Thursday night, the Vikings played the Rams. I was so happy. The Vikings were undefeated until they lost to the Detroit Lions about a week ago, last Sunday, but that was not a problem. The Vikings, okay, so let's do this again. The Vikings lost to the Rams on Thursday. I'm like, okay, fine. Friday night, the Bucks lost. What? Saturday, I went out, I went partying, I had a great time. NJ, we danced. We had a great time, right?
You danced. I was watching you dance.
And I had a great time,
You
right?
had a great time.
I was having the time of my life, right? And what I say, I'm gonna go home and watch the fight. We left early.
Yeah.
We stopped dancing early because I had to catch the fight.
I even got you some chicken.
Got me some chicken. I had some chicken before I watched the fight. What happened there? Khamzat Chimaev breaks Robert Whittaker's jaw. Literally breaks his jaw. Check the picture out later. Ilia Topuria puts Max Holloway to sleep. This is a man who had never even been knocked down until this point.
You ever go night-night?
He went night-night. And then Saturday night, what happens? The Warriors lose. Okay, fine, the Warriors lost. Sunday, it's football. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be happy. It's Sunday night football. You know how it goes. Girlfriend is on Do Not Disturb. Phone is on Do Not Disturb. Laptop is on Do Not Disturb. Everything and everyone is on Do Not Disturb. And what happens? The Ravens lose to a team they have no business losing to. The Cleveland Browns were one of 6 until they played the Ravens. That's a losing record. Still, they beat the Ravens. They still have a losing record. They've won 25% of their games. The Ravens are a 5-3 team. We're looking at them as Super Bowl hopefuls. Lamar Jackson is probably our MVP as it stands. Bro.
How about them Ravens?
Bro.
How about them Ravens?
Bro, I am not okay. Whatever is happening in the world of sports is, man, listen, I need to go to Venda and Yamben Abafasi Van Tuse, Raiders to Ron and the Thumbs in the pass because it doesn't make sense the weekend I've had, bro. Oh my God, can you tell I'm upset? Nah, I'm cool as a cucumber. What are you talking about? You're upset. Yeah, okay. I guess I really have to dissect all of these games. Oh, by the way, the Bucks lost twice this weekend. They lost on Friday and they lost last night.
So nice, they had to do it twice.
Thanks, Giannis. Very good. Okay, let me dissect these games. Let me actually get into it. UFC. Okay, let's do this. I went out Saturday night. I went partying. Ngabona Scott Mapuma, he was there. Yebo, lapo. Shout out Scott Mapuma, great performer, by the way. But it was a great night. I had a great time. Shout out YFM. They gave your boy some tickets to life. And I was like, sure, let's go live life. And what happened? I left early. I was like, yeah, I need to be home. 9 p.m. I need to be home to watch the fight, at least the co-main and the main event, because that is the agenda. That is the business of the day. And that's exactly what I did. I was on my couch by 9 p.m. Fine. Robert Whittaker comes out looking good. Khamzat Chimaev comes out looking good. I knew I was destined for a great fight regardless, because these are two great fighters. Robert Whittaker is one of the best middleweights of his generation. This is the former UFC champion we're talking about. Khamzat Chimaev is undefeated in the UFC. He beat Kamaru Usman. Sure, Usman took that fight on short notice and it was a different weight class for him. We'll talk about that later. However, Khamzat Chimaev is a beast. Robert Whittaker is a beast. So I was certain that we're going to get a great fight. That part I was certain of. What I didn't expect was for the fight to end in the first round. Round 1. And your winner, and still undefeated, Khamzat Chimaev. He beat him with a face crank. Broke his jaw. Quite literally broke his jaw. He says he felt it snap. And he was like, I wonder what that is. You know what that is? That's another man's jaw that you've snapped, bro. Gone. And I didn't even know that was possible. However, there could be an underlying injury there because it also makes no sense. I was wondering why he tapped so quick, because as soon as Khamzat managed to get his arm around his face, he tapped. Immediately, expeditiously. I was like, nah, man, that doesn't make any sense, no matter how hard. Because even with a face crank, you'll probably hold on for a couple seconds. Same thing with a rear naked choke. If you get caught with a rear naked choke, you'll probably try to feel it out. Same thing that happened to Izzy with DDP. Remember? He tried to feel it out and then it's like, nah, this Bure arm is killing me. Tap. That's what happened, but immediately. And it was a really dominant performance for Khamzat Chimaev. Dominant from start to finish. We've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Khamzat Chimaev is the greatest first round fighter I've ever seen. Nobody can do it like he does. He comes out with a full head of steam in the first round, man. He just comes out and he kills everything in his way. He tackles you, he gets you. He's so aggressive with how he moves and how he does things. And it's so, what's the word? Debilitating when you see it. As an opponent, I can only pray as an opponent, I can only pray for him not to try to take me down in the first round. The only fighter I've ever seen manage to do a good job of negating that is Gilbert Burns. By the way, if you've never watched Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev, it's on YouTube. Do yourself a solid. Go watch it. It's one of the best fights you'll ever see. I think it got Fight of the Year that year. I could be wrong, but what a beautiful 3 rounds of sweet poetic violence. So he did that, and he dominated the first round, something we all expected him to do. I just thought Whittaker would make it a bit more competitive, but I think halfway into it, Whittaker realized that there's no way I'm getting out of this. All I can pray for now is fight him for the rest of the round and hope he doesn't finish me. I can just fight him for the rest of the round. We got 2 more rounds. We'll regroup. We'll get to the corner. We'll talk to the manager. We'll talk to the coaches. We'll see what we're going to do. Change the game plan. Maybe start striking a bit more. Do whatever it takes to just defend the takedown and make sure Khamzat does not get you on the ground, because he did say he's the best wrestler in the UFC. And he showed that. Halfway into the first round, bro. Halfway into the first round, Khamzat Chimaev has defeated former UFC middleweight champion Robert Reaper Whittaker. And the only logical next step is for him to fight DDP. I don't care who else is in line. Strickland deserves his rematch, but I don't want to see that right now. I don't want to see that. And who else if not Khamzat? He's the best right now. He's the best middleweight. I think is the best middleweight alive right now, because Adesanya's on the decline, and I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I just don't think Adesanya is in the right state to regain the championship, if he even is in the championship picture anymore, because he's lost 2 title fights now over the past 2 years. So he lost to Powhatan in 2022, and then he regained it last year, April, and then he lost again to Strickland, and then he lost to DDP. So he lost 3 fights. His last 4 fights were title fights, and he lost 3 of them. I'm sorry. That puts you to the side for me. You just gotta give it a couple months, give other, give other kids a chance, and let's see what happens. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. So anyway, congratulations, Khamzat Chimaev. You are a bad man. Bad man. Broke another man's jaw, something I've never seen before. Okay, now let's move on to the co-main event, which broke my heart because I don't like this. NJ's laughing behind me right now. NJ's having the time of his life just laughing at me. And I'm so sad because I told him to watch this fight. I said it's going to be one of the best fights you'll ever watch. But I did deliver there.
Yeah, you did.
I did deliver there.
He ain't lie.
He ain't lie. I ain't lie. That was a great fight. Striking masterclass. However, man, Topuria's a bad man. Topuria's a bad man. He's a bad man. He put Max blessed Holloway to sleep. Something that I never thought would be done in the UFC. I always thought if Max loses, and when he does lose, it's always going to be by decision. Same thing happened with Conor. Same thing happened with Dustin. Same thing happened with Volk. Until Ilia Topuria arrived. And man, so what happened? Max was the more active fighter in this fight. The first 2 rounds, Max was very active. However, as much as Max was active, Topuria was just more effective, dog. Every hit packs a punch. No pun intended, but every hit is just hard and hard. With every punch that landed on Holloway, I just thought, oh my God, this is it. This is it. Topuria's a scary striker, bro. He's a scary fighter. Everything that he does is crazy. Whenever he throws a punch, I just feel my heart sink a little bit, man. And what he did is nothing short of remarkable. I'll tell you that, because this is Max Holloway, a dude who many considered and probably still do consider the best boxer in the UFC. And Topuria put him to sleep. Topuria did say, I'm the best fighter in the UFC. I'm the best boxer in the UFC. And Holloway, you think that's you? Well, then come through. He actually did the Holloway thing because he did say, I'm going to point to the middle of the octagon as soon as the fight starts. Let's see if he really wants that smoke. And he did. Fight started, went to the middle of the octagon, and he said, let's square up, boy. And Holloway said, nah, dog. That's for towards the end of the fight. Come through. Let's have a proper fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying? And man, what can I say? What can I say? Max was throwing. Max was fighting. Max did great. That was a great fight. However, Topuria got him in the 3rd round, and he managed to put him to sleep. Man. I'm so upset, dog. I'm so upset. And I know it's my job to be objective and talk about this very objectively and praise Topuria, which I am doing. I'm just so upset because I'm still human and I had a horse in the race and my horse got put to sleep. Thoroughly, night. Somebody should have gotten Holloway a blanket right there. I will say it didn't look good. I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy watching Max get put to sleep, man. It was a bad sight. It hurt me. It broke my heart, man. It broke my heart. But Topuria did so well. El Matador, Spain, stand up. Georgia, stand up. Y'all got a champion. And he has defended his title. He's the king now, featherweight king. And it's so beautiful to watch because I think he may just be fighter of the year. Fighter of the year is between 2 people right now. It's Powhatan and Topuria. Powhatan because of his activity and how he's managed to finish fights. Topuria because of the caliber of fights, bro. So Powhatan, on the other hand, this year he has managed to beat Jamal Hill, Yuri Prochazka, and Khalil Roundtree. Very important to note that he beat all of them with KO. Prochazka and Sweet Dreams, 2nd round KO. That Prochazka KO, flashbacks. But that Sweet Dreams KO was also nice, got a kick in the nuts. And he's like, nah, let me cook. Bam, bam. Put him to sleep. And then, who's this? Khalil Roundtree. Man, just go back 4 weeks and you'll see what he did to Khalil Roundtree. Yo, thorough beating, 4th round TKO. So that's what he's done. He's managed to defend his title 3 times against 3 top level fighters. Jamal Hill is a former champion. Yuri Prochazka is a former champion. Khalil Roundtree is the number 8 ranked light heavyweight. These are no scrubs. However, Topuria, in just 2 fights, managed to knock out 2 of the GOATs in his division. Alexander Volkanovski is the featherweight GOAT. No dispute there. He's the featherweight GOAT. What did Topuria do? 2nd round KO, my boy. 2nd round KO. Oh man, that broke my heart when I saw that. And then he beat Max Holloway. The only person in featherweight to have beaten Max Holloway before Topuria is Alexander Volkanovski. Does that give you an image of how good Max Holloway is? So that's it. Fight of the years between these two. I just think Topuria is fight of the year simply because of the caliber of fights he had and the way he ended both fights. If those ended in decisions, that would have been a different conversation. But all of them were with emphatic KOs. Put both of them to sleep. There's not a TKO, not referee stoppage. No. Boom. Good night. See you tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Man. Yo, I'm not okay. Okay, fine. I'm done with that kind of violence. Let's get to the other reason I'm upset. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh. What is happening?
MVP.
You're not funny. Bro, the Ravens lost to the Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston was playing his first start of the season. Their quarterback was washed, Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I still need to find a nickname for him. But Deshaun Watson, who's washed, and thank God his ankle is cooked. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying thank God his ankle is cooked because the man is injured, but because he's off the field. Because I don't know what was happening with him there. So the Ravens lost, and let me tell you the stats. Lamar made 23 of 38 passes, threw for 289 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jameis Winston threw 27 for 41, 334 yards with 3 touchdowns. Never have I never thought I would come here and sit on this chair and tell you, my friend, that Jameis Winston outplayed Lamar Jackson. It happened. He did. The Ravens collapsed. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that the Browns defense came to play. They knew what the agenda was. Myles Garrett, that defensive player, Myles Garrett is him. He's him. He's legit. Man. So it's fine. The Browns came to play. They beat the Ravens, who are now 5-3. The Browns are 2-6 now. They have no hopes of getting to the postseason. This is a team that we weren't even talking about, but guess what's happening now? They beat a team that some of us, myself included, are expecting to see in the Super Bowl. On the other hand, the Vikings have lost 2 of their last games. This is a team that was undefeated 2 weeks ago. The Chiefs are the only undefeated team left now. 7-0, by the way. That's very impressive. Shout out Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Y'all deserve it. Well done. I still don't know how you do it, but because DeAndre Hopkins is still finding his legs. And speaking of traded receivers to quarterbacks, the Jets lost again. Oh no, it's over. Their season is over. I said that for the Jets to salvage their season, they have to play damn near perfect football. They have not done that, and they're not doing that, and they won't do that for the foreseeable future. Better luck next season where Aaron Rodgers will be 41, Devontae Adams will be 32, and they still won't have a head coach because nobody knows what's happening with the Jets. Fine. At least there's one good story, and that story is that the Lions are handing ass whoopings to everybody. Everybody. They just Everyone, they're not playing. They beat the Titans 52-14. I don't think you understand how mad that is. You can get with every play in the NFL, with every drive, you can get a maximum of 8 points. On average, you'll get 7 touchdown in the kick. But if you go for 2 after the touchdown, you can get a maximum of 8 points in the NFL. What's 52 divided by 8? Already, I know it's like 40 is 5, and then 44, that's like 6. So, actually 6 touchdowns. Yeah, 6 touchdowns. You know how I know that? Because they had 6 players with a touchdown each. That is something that I've never seen in my life. Bro. Jared Goff and their running game, the way they run the football is something I have never seen before. They run the football so well. Listen to this. Jared Goff made 12 or 15 passes, threw for 85 yards, and he somehow had 3 touchdowns. First of all, how do you even throw for 85 yards and win the game? Because your running game, Gibbs and Montgomery are the best running duo in the league right now. I'm willing to put them above Lamar and Derrick Henry. Because right now what's happening is crazy, man. It's beautiful. The Bengals lost. Yeah. Commanders beat the Bears with a crazy Hail Mary. Jaden Daniels is here to stay. One of the greatest Hail Mary passes I've ever seen. Clock at 0. 1 throw to go. Shoof. Throws the rocket to the end zone. The ball bounces off the defenders and the other receivers. And who just so happens to be behind them? A Commanders receiver. Touchdown. Wow, what a great Hail Mary, man. The drama, you can't make this. Shakespeare could not write it better himself. Man, what a great time. What a great time. The Bills beat the Seahawks. The Steelers play tonight, which is something I want to see because is Russ gonna keep doing Russ? In the league, I'm not going to talk about the NBA because what's happening in the association right now. The season just started. The Celtics are firing on all cylinders. Jason Tatum is pissed. Steve Kerr, Ndodi Wu, thank you. You benched Tatum in the Olympics and now the whole damn league has to suffer and pay for it. Thank you. I'm circling the game where the Celtics play the Warriors. I want to see that because that boy playing with a chip on his shoulder, as if he didn't need one already because we were calling him corny for all those things he did after the finals. We made it. We did it. Man, relax. However, that picture he got with his son, though, oof, man. Top notch. The Lakers are 3-0. Is that something to write home about? Hey, shout out D'Lo and Bronny. Shout out JJ Redick. Let's see what he's going to do. I will say, the Lakers just look like a different team. JJ Redick, as the coach, has the Lakers looking like a different team. They got this white boy who can shoot very, very, very well called Dalton Connect. Him, along with AR-15, are going to be, man, I'm telling you, Alex Caruso would be proud as the pantheon of Laker white boys. What did I say? Denver does not look good. They are 0-2. I don't want to say much because it's an 82-game season. 0-2 is nothing. However, 0-2, as a team, we expected to win the championship last season to get eliminated by a team that had no business eliminating you in Minnesota. That's telling. That shows me that you did not do much to improve over the offseason, which is true. They have not done anything. What do they do besides add a 33, 34-year-old Russell Westbrook? Not a damn thing. Exactly. OKC are 3-0, and they look like they're going to play the best basketball of their lives. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's coming up. Chet is coming out. Jalen Williams is coming up. And they actually beat the Nuggets. Just to say, I know we were tied for the first spot in the West last year, but we still came out number 1 seed because we beat y'all. Guess what? We did it again. Yeah. Anyway, I'm upset. I'm just going to go home now and do it there. Forget about my problems. If I really feel up for it, I will watch the Steelers game. But right now, I just want to forget about everything, man. Can we just forget about this weekend? All I remember from this weekend is that I had a great time at life. NJ, Only thing that happened this weekend is that we had a great time at life. Chelsea won. Chelsea won.
Chelsea won. There we
yes, Chelsea won. That's it. That's as good as it gets. I will see you in episode 13. This is a dozen of them things that we done, baby. Hey, we going up, we winning. But anyway, I hope I'll be happier next time because, man, let me fix my eyebrow so that you can at least see me like this before I leave. I don't like the image that you've had of me this entire time. Anyway, I'm Mukundi. I talk sports. And as always, until next time, enjoy the violence.